Welcome.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us once again here. Weird games, doing weird things. All right. I think we're getting there. All right. Papa Weirds, myself,
And Weirdling.
his self, and apparently today I am the Black Fire Spirit.
Yep.
I am the Black Fire Spirit.
And then there's just Gus.
You gotta say it in the I am Gus noise. No, you don't have a voice? I was all like, I am the Black Fire Spirit. Where's the I am Gus voice? You don't have one?
No.
You gotta work on that. It's part of the adventure, alright? So anyway, some change logs. Can we see this? Can we see this? We can see it? Alright. So this is where did we get up to? 101, 103 here. Alright. Oh, 100, wasn't it? This is where we're doing the dugout. This is the entryway, right? With their little tunnels that go over the top of the cavern. They got little slits for shooting out manhole windows, right? Little murder holes. Now, I suppose the adventurers could possibly have magical ways to infiltrate that at this point,
Like
or
turning into a
destroy
snake.
it, or shoot it, or turn into a snake.
With the snake armor, and then as a barbarian, you rage and then kill all of them.
Sure, you engage the snake rage. All right, you give them the venom. Okay, so and you can see that there's other tunnels linking back through these other rooms. Okay, so what do we got here? We have this tunnel that joins the central rooms in this warren. Okay, so off where the kobolds live over here, they got little sleeping piles. That's mostly like
always the dragon slayer?
this way down, yeah, always going down. So we have one for the pens, is where their swines are eating, right? And this one goes down and is very wide and is stomped in, all right, and is very long and digs underneath these other rooms here, and is quite warm. So it must be close to like some magma, hot liquid magma in the walls, right? So yeah, so we've got kobolds to deal with, we've got spike traps to deal with. If you go one way, you have the kobolds themselves. All right. Bless you. Okay. Weirdling sneezing all over the place. All right. So yeah, so this is the room that we've given the kobolds. They got a little room. I've given them a shrine that they can put some little offerings of gems and stuff there. All right, because they prefer to worship a gem dragon, but they're stuck working for a white dragon, and this is just the way these things work out. All right. They got a little workshop, okay, because they're put to labor. The white dragon gets them to construct things like barricades and traps and other useful implements of killing adventurers. All right, and this is where we got to with their little swine enclosure. All right, so they had to make the
Space swine.
yeah, space swine. They had to make their fence all the way to the roof, obviously, because they just fly over it and escape. And so they got a
Like
little
one of those pens from Jurassic Park.
yeah, a Jurassic Park pen, but without the all the electronics and the yeah, no pterodactyls, not yet, not yet. All right, more murder holes, more passages, more place for the kobolds to get into. All right, so at the end of all of this, let's get into it. At the end of all of this, passageways down outside of this room.
You need to draw a line.
I need to draw a line. All right. I'm going to draw it quite small because the den I actually want to be quite big, and I may change the scale on the page here somewhat when I draw it up, but I haven't decided that yet. But this room is actually quite large, so it will kind of come off and down and come down until
windy.
yeah, that sort of passageway will open up into a very large, voluminous cavern. All right, and at the back of it, amongst all this rubble and some dead space swine and some dead what else have they got to eat around here? Probably Hadozi they've had to eat from when they were fleeing. There's probably some skeleton corpses there.
A couple of adventurers.
Probably some adventurers maybe, but no loot. Strangely enough, no loot. All of that is taken by the moon dragon, right? And hoarded. They're not allowed to have their own loot. They're all subjugated. This one here, this white dragon, as part of their subjugation, is a collar around their neck, magically holding them, and it's like the Buddhist circlet. that when they misbehave, it like constricts and strangles them, right? So the copper dragon is being held out of the love of its baby, and this one here, oh, you can have the pencil. All right. What are you drawing now? You're gonna draw a dragon? All right, there's a big dragon. Okay, so they have a collar of control around their neck. Why didn't I want to switch to that one? Collar of control. All right, and there's they sleep on dead bodies and dead pretty much dead stuff, right? Dead stuff. Swines and Hadozi and Adventurer. All right, okay, all right. But no loot. No loot. All stolen. All right. Okay. Now the white dragon, yeah, he's being held here under control of this collar. There may be a way to get control of that collar later on. In the hut, there might be a key somewhere that actually controls this collar. Under the control of the mage. So maybe perhaps you can work out, oh, if you come and work for us and you can take the punishment, then maybe we'll set you free. We promise. Just don't eat us now and work with us. Which might be a hard sell to a white dragon, but it's a possibility. It's on the table. There's a solution. See, look, why is your dragon better than my dragon? Where's my dragon? Mine was just a circle and a tail, and a couple of badly drawn wings. You put a couple of little feet underneath it.
Yeah.
All right, I approve. All right, okay.
And it has a more of a long.
G for dragon. Is that his tail there?
Yeah.
All right, you gotta join it up. All right, great. Put little spikes down it. Look good?
Yeah.
Great, dragon. All right. So there's a white dragon, collar of control, lives in the lair. Oh, it's also asleep. All right. So don't wake it up. And that's part of the challenge here. Is can you infiltrate this warrens? Can you get past the traps and the doors and all the kobolds to get in deep enough that you can actually not wake up the dragon and have that sort of surprise, that advantage if you want to aggress it. Otherwise,
like 6 things already where we haven't had to wake it up.
yeah, but it's good to do that. Like and this is why. So you can have rogues go in and stealth out stuff, and you can have them not necessarily trigger it immediately. You can have it the idea that there's a danger present, but not necessarily a danger that it's immediately like alert and on top of them, right? So, but on the other side of that, if they just go in there and start like yelling out, "Ooh, kobold killers, it's extreme with a kobold killer club," right? Oh, hold on, that's hasn't got a very good abbreviation. We are the okay, we'll move on. I'm getting stuck in that in my mind at the moment, and I don't want to be accused. Anyway, okay, so kobolds, dragons, traps, no loot, place for them to live, murder holes. We need murder holes. So if they make it down here and they haven't killed all of the kobolds, there's going to be murder holes that run along the side of the lair, so that there's going to be multiple positions for these kobolds to shoot out of. All right. So we need to give them access to more tunnels.
And ceiling holes.
Oh, you want them to have like ceiling holes as well?
Yep.
All right. So from that one there that goes over the tunnel, you have it that they're set into the ceiling, and you have several places that they can attack out of. They
and they
shoot
can just
arrows
like
out
drop
of it.
a sword on top of you.
Well, no, they probably throw little grenades and bombs, right? There's those kind of things and potions that they can toss about.
Yeah.
There's also stuff like spears and arrows they can obviously shoot down from there. There's things like oils and other napalms that they can drop down, all right? So, I mean, they've got options if that's what you want.
Yeah, but I just want one of them to have a sword. And then
well, they'll have a sword.
Okay,
all right. We're going to add that in. Make sure, all right, asterisk, make sure there
is a sword drop.
One sword dropping kobold fella. All right, sword dropping rogue. It's going to be the rogue. All right, we're going to put one rogue in there. He's got a sword. He likes throwing it down the holes at the adventurers.
And it has a string on it.
What do you mean? Now it's got a string, rogue. Let me see. Sword.
So we can pull it back up. And
sure. Okay, that's what they do. That's their thing. Sword with string. All right. I'm glad we've included that. let's move on. All right, so we don't need to go any further than that. I think the white dragon is a 6 or a 7. We said. I think
6.
Was it 6? Let's have a quick look. Would you like to have a quick look here?
It's
Where
on
is
page
it?
101.
You remember that? I'm glad you remember. All right, if I can find it.
It's in the monsters manual. Not
I know,
the
I know,
original.
I know. I have it all here at my fingertips. All right, the power. If I can flip through the pages and find the correct one. 101. Oh, you're right. Young White Dragon. CR6. What do you know? All right. Apparently, you know. You know. Okay.
I know.
I know. You know.
Apparently.
Whatever. You looked at the book before. You cheated. No, it's okay. It's okay. You're allowed to. You're the DM. You're the DM. Okay. So we got a CR6 dragon with a couple of what were these other ones? The acolytes were quarters, mutants I think were ones, and the warriors were twos. So assuming that they're not all together, all 12 of them plus a dragon, because that's going to be too overwhelming. They need to whittle them down first. Hopefully, get in covertly. Maybe work out a way to maybe give some money and some gold and some items, some of the gems that they've already got, and maybe they can give that over as offerings. Maybe that's how they'll win them around, right?
Water.
So, yeah, water drink break, everybody, hydration. All right, gulp, gulp, gulp. Okay, so we'll draw that up later. Now, the hut. The idea is that you get both of these dragons one way or another, right? Whether they're willful or not, right? Whether you cut their paws off and you just put the two paws up on the walls, or however you manage to.
No, just make a silicone mold.
It's going to. So you mean there's just like a place, and you have to put the right claw on the right side.
Yeah.
Because it fits that right, the proper claw of the dragon. What happens if they bring the wrong one down? Dragons have got like 4 claws. What if they chop off one of the claws on the thing and they just think like, oh, it's just any old claw? They'll have to chop off all 4 of them.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, try it, like a set of keys. That one doesn't work. That one doesn't work. That one doesn't work. Oh, that's the one. All right. Okay. It was the hind left foot the whole time. All right. So once you get these paws on the wall and you open up the door, there's a whole heap of stars, right? Once you walk into the stars, the hut itself does not exist. There is only a long illusionary corridor, all right? So, what is the DC of the illusion?
Hmm.
How high are
Let's
you
think
thinking?
about this.
Well, I've
21.
already thought about it. No, we're going to do it higher than that. All right?
25.
No, we're going to do it higher than that. All right?
30.
No, not quite. Hallway, okay, is going to have the illusion of unending, okay, and it's going to be like that thing in the labyrinth, where they walk in the labyrinth, right? Trope, and you go one way, and it's like, oh, I don't ever hit the door, but if you can see through it, or if you walk along the walls long enough, you will eventually hit a doorway. All right, so the doorways exist in the reality. You walk long enough with your hand along the wall, you're gonna actually find it.
It's like in the labyrinth from the movie, The Labyrinth.
Yes, very good. The start of it, most explicitly, with the worm, right? Okay, all right. So the thing is, the reason we're putting DC 27 is this is going to put it
27?
above. Yeah, it's going to put it above anyone's passive DC for perception at this point. All right, so no one's passively, hopefully, seeing through this. They're going to have at least 7 and roll a 20. All right. Now it's quite easy for rogues and bards, especially with expertise, to get over that at the minute. On rolls, they could definitely beat your 30, but 30 is essentially categorized to be impossible, and it's not impossible at this point. Okay. So we have a DC 27 illusion, okay? Otherwise, you're going to have to run your hand along the walls to be able to get
for
into
like
any of these.
150 meters.
It just seems to stretch off unendingly. You would just keep walking down it and be like, "Why? I see the doors off in the distance. Why are we never there?" And if one person's like, "I try and run my hand along the wall," it's like as you're running it, your eyes betray you because you see the door off in the distance, but you touch it with your hand and you feel the presence of a door, right? So you can do it like that, okay?
And you said the doors were like
the distance between them, if you can see them.
Yeah, and then they were on a corridor, like on different sides each time, except the
Yes.
first two.
Well, they're set, okay? They're offset with each other, all
Except for the
right?
first two.
The first two sit, yeah, on either side of left and right, okay? That's these two that we're building on today, okay? So I think there's going to be 6 rooms in total here, maybe.
No. Wasn't there 7 rooms?
There's more than that. There's 8 in total for this
Oh,
section, but
yeah.
there's 6 rooms along this hallway. I
Yep.
think we're working
And
towards,
then-
all right?
And then the 7th one is hallway. Even longer hallway.
I need the fire spirit over here. All right, so the idea is that you run your hand along it and you discover it. You don't need to see it. You'll be able to open it. If you close your eyes and blink again, you will see the doorway in front of you as long as you have your hand on it. All right. Okay. There's no way to dispel the illusion in this place unless you're trying to hit a wish spell or you're trying to hit level 9 dispels. This is essentially forbidden, not necessarily breaking the realms of perpetual magic or breaking 10th level spells, but it's pushing the limits of that to create a minor domain. This minor domain exists between where the players start and from where the domain began, where this scientist left. And there is kind of reasons why they've tried to bridge these places and they've kind of got stuck, right? And they're sort of bridging this place, this astral space that sort of exists here. And the over the ages that this mage has held sway in this hut, this house, this section of rooms, they have manufactured the magic in multiple different ways for many different rooms, and it's kind of got a TARDISing effect. What holds that together is not immediately realizable or relevant or explicitly available to the party, except that it exists, that there's illusions keeping all of this place alive, that the place obviously doesn't exist the same as it did outside. You can still enter and exit out of the starry portal for the doorway. It's not like once you enter in, you are stuck. But at the minute, yeah, you're coming down a hallway. You hit one doorway on one side and you hit another doorway on the other side. To see through them, you need that DC 27 perception. Otherwise, all you see is an unending hallway. And there's going to be, yes, a series of about 6 doors extending down this hallway. So let's get into it. This doorway. Whether it goes left, right, up or down, north, south, east or west doesn't really matter. Because at this minute, once you enter that starry portal, you're in an astral domain, okay?
You have no sense of direction.
Well, yeah, direction doesn't work here, so Druidcraft wouldn't pick up direction, compasses wouldn't pick up anything because there's no magnetic north or anything like that, all right? You're just sitting off in a pocket dimension in a long illusionary corridor with doors off to the side, and those rooms are in themselves illusionary in size as well, okay? So it's open though, hallway. All right, with a doorway off to one side, right? Not locked. Okay, these first doors. Let's do A and B. All right, B's going to be over here. All right, and we're dealing with A just at the minute. Sure. So what do we got? Plasma vats. Okay, what do we got in the plasma vats? That's
Plasmoids.
Yeah, that's up to Weirdling. You can tell him what we're doing there. All right, while I draw a room.
Pass
Okay?
me the book.
Oh, the book. All right. So the very skinny book they gave us, right?
Skinny.
Sure. No criticism. I ain't saying nothing. In this room, okay, we have a series of bats. Now, this is to signal that these workers here are plasmoids, and this is how they sort of live when they're not on the job. This is their go back, and they're like slaves.
And there's going to be some plasmoids.
And we decided they're not blue. What color? You want them to be evil ones? You've decided that evil is just like Star Wars, the tropey red color, right? So
Yes.
we've already decided on red plasmoids, right? This is their rest and downtime room. When they're not working for the mage, doing their jobs, whatever jobs they've got to do, and they're told to be dismissed, this is where they go to.
And they have a weapons rack.
Well, they probably should. They should have some kind of locker, and they will need some kind of cupboard space for armament and that when they're not at rest. because when they are at rest, there's just a series of tubes in the room. All right, we just decided that they sleep in the alien water, right, from the Alien series, and they live in these watery baths. And when they're not uh, being like, because they don't, do they need sleep? Does it say they need sleep? They don't need it, do they? Are they like Are they like the Warforged where they can
It doesn't say
temporarily
they
are
don't need
aware?
sleep.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so this is where they go for their downtime. Is they hop in the jelly water and they go to sleep in the jelly water. And at the moment we have 8 there. Let's roll a d8 and let's get some.
Oh yeah, and what's
Yeah,
on
because we haven't rolled any dice today.
and what's on and what the stuff that's on the weapons rack is 3 javelins.
Oh, so they have, okay, so for weapons they use javelins, it says.
Yep,
All right.
spears and pistols.
Javelins, spears, and they have pistols. All right, they have black powder weapons. All right.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't.
why there were bullets before.
Okay, sure. All right. So we're introducing this in. I don't have a problem with it, considering the settings now switch from something that's mildly mythic fantasy to obviously planar fantasy. So yeah, we got javelin, spears, pistols. No rifles? No?
Nope.
All right.
Hang on, let's see.
No? No. All right, fair enough. I'm down with that. Okay, so D8, roll your D8 into the we have a guest visiting us today as a
Yes, the guest dice roller.
Yeah, this was a friend of ours that he
There's
last time
3
left
currently
around.
in resting.
All right, so we will color in 1, 2, 3. Now, if these guys are disturbed, all right, let me see.
So let's say there's like plasmoid explorers.
3. We've got 3 of them. Oh, you mean like how many? Well, we've got 3 in this room. All right.
Yeah.
So
One.
you mean as in total? How many plasmoids work in this complex? Yeah. All right. Well, okay.
How about 4 plasmoid explorers because they're only
quarters. Well, we'll probably have a few more of those. They're the basic ones.
Okay.
All right. And what else we got there?
There's
We got warriors.
The plasmoid warriors and then bonds.
All right. What we're looking at here. We got explorers at 1/4. We got warriors at 3, and we got bosses at 4. Now we want to build this up as a medium difficulty for a whole party. So maybe I should jump over and have a quick look. Let me see.
We're only gonna have 1 boss because they're the boss.
I want to bring this up very quickly. I'm just gonna pull it up. I haven't got the other screen ready at the minute. Where is it? Wrong tab. Yeah, I know. Let me see. That one. Well, we've got they're level 7 by now, right?
Yep.
I think actually probably they're on their way to level 8
No,
because they've dispatched the other 2 dragons. They're inside. This is level 7, 8,
level
right?
8.
So they're level 8. All right. Okay. Character
After
level
they
8.
get into
4
here.
of them. The
Now
we got. What do we got? You got quarters.
Yep. Like how about 4 for now?
Okay, 4.
And then.
And we got 2s. Let's put 4 of the 2s.
No.
Are they 2s?
3
Just the
of
R2s?
the
Or
3s.
are they 3s? Are they? Okay, 3 of 3s.
And then
the other
1 4.
We want 1 4?
Yeah.
1 4. That's deadly. We're going to drop that down. Let's drop this down to 2. 2 warriors. Alright. All right, that's much better. Okay, so we got 3 of them in here. It's not going to be the boss or the warriors. All right, we're going to have one of the 4. We're going to have 3 of the
explorers.
3 of the explorers. Let's have a look. You take that back to the side. All right, we got 3 explorers
currently sleeping.
Sleeping here, sleeping in their tanks, sleeping in tanks. All right, and we're going to have, just so we make a note of it, we're going to have extra +1 explorer, and we're going to have +1 boss, and we're going to have plus, what was it, 2? 2 of the warriors?
Yeah, 3 warriors. No, 2 warriors.
2 warriors. All right, 2 warriors.
I was looking at the wrong number.
Okay, so somewhere off in the other rooms, we're going to have an extra explorer, a boss, and 2 warriors. Okay, but for now, we've got 3 of these just sleeping in the tanks. Hopefully they can dispatch these guys nice and quietly and they don't blow their cover. All right. These guys don't have any loot. All of the loot and treasure and monetary value other than their implements they use for tools, is
And
all
their
held,
weapons.
yeah, by the moon dragon. All right, such a greedy thief. So we look forward to that later. Okay, let's move on.
But we also look forward to the Horde.
The hoard. Oh yeah, there is a treasure hoard here coming up. All right. I'm looking forward to that. So on the other side, if they're running
Treasure
their
Horde
hands
with
down
heavy
the side of
millimeters.
the walkway, that second door at B. All right. So what we're gonna do is we actually, once you open it, all right, like I was saying, this TARDIS effect. Okay.
It's
Right.
very big.
Weirdling, can you tell me what TARDIS means? Do you
It's
know it?
it's one of those things from Doctor Who.
Yes, yes. Okay, that's what it is. What does it mean?
It means
What is the
something
acronym?
that's bigger on the
No, no, no,
inside
no,
than
no.
it is.
The words TARDIS. Do you know what it means? Huh? Are you a
I can
Whovian?
describe
Are you a
it.
no, no, no? Are you a Whovian or not?
No.
Well, means time and relative dimension in space. All right. So that's what I mean. Time and relative dimension. These places are out of that. Okay, they don't align. So we have a large room, a very large room
That
with
just goes into the void.
yeah, that opens out into a void. All right, so it has no back end on it. All right, it's just stars out there. All right, let me have a look here. B stars. And why?
Because they're
Why?
working on a spelljammer.
Yeah, because they want to get a spelljammer. Here be stars at the spelljammer dock. All right.
But they don't have a working engine.
Yeah, the spelljammer is mostly constructed here. All right, so we got a dock, and we will put that over here for that part of it. And they've got a moored, an actual spell jamming vessel of some variety.
That doesn't work.
And mostly complete, obviously. Now, who's working on this spelljammer? Do we got the boss, the two warriors, and the explorer in here? Do we have all of the rest of our remaining
Yeah.
Okay, all right, all right. So this is just for these two rooms because they're so close. If one gets a chance, they'll try and alert the other one. All right. So to do that, we probably need to put an alarm by this door here.
Yeah, just
right?
like a button.
There's an alarm there, and on the other side of this doorway here, there's also another alarm. Okay, so the thing is to get in, do some reconnaissance. Hopefully, not set off any alarms. Once they get through either of these doors, dispatch these two fights, however they go, and possibly investigate a broken spelljammer, which is broken, which is not functional.
Because
Okay.
there's no engine.
Maybe, yeah, no engine or broken engine, not functional. Equals, well, and that's the thing. These guys, most likely, unless they get time to spend with it, which is in the rules, mind you, the DMG, you can work to understand alien technology. They won't have time to do that here, maybe because they've got to go off and kill a mage and another moon dragon and get a whole heap of treasure and loot. If I spit my words out, truth. Some leisure and truth. All right. Don't we all want truty leisure? Are you mocking me?
No.
Are you mocking me, boy? That's what I thought. All right. Okay. So here be stars. We're at a spelljammer, which is not functional and busted. Okay, on a large dock, and we have the remainder of the plasmoids. Okay, plasmoids. They're armored and weaponed up. And we have, what is it, the one boss who is leading one of the other explorers trying to fix this thing. And he's guarded by two warriors, all right? And they're doing their inspection for the mage. Okay, I think that's it. What are we looking at for the day? Oh, I'm not even on my screen. I think that's plenty to work with. I've got some pictures to draw up. I don't know how I'm going to draw a spelljammer or if I've got enough room. Like I said, I might change the scale. By changing the scale, I mean what I'll do is just go through and draw.
A key.
No, yeah, look, this is now 10 foot, right? Because these are now 5 foot. You see? So this is where we're breaking down to that, we should get that other little book. Because we had that other little book, all these little squares.
We would get
I don't want, it's got too many little squares on it, though.
It's 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter.
That's pretty tiny. No, I'm thinking the 5 millimeter one because this is the 10 millimeter one. Yeah, there was a 5 millimeter cube one. I was looking at quadrilled. Sorry, but anyway, got that. We've done the other dragon's den. We have got their paws on a wall to open up into a hut, into a starry corridor that leads into rooms with plasmoids and spelljammers. And I think really that's where we need to leave that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking around with myself, the fire spirit.
The unpainted fire spirit.
It's primed. All right, I got there. I was gonna hydro dip this one, to be honest. And I've even got the paints up here somewhere in that over there is paints beyond the glues and glitter and stuff. And yeah, I was gonna hydro dip this one and never got around to it yet. I just primed it, and it looks like it's gotten dusty in the meantime.
That was like two houses ago.
That was 2 houses ago, before the floods and the moves, back in the days. All right. Anyway, thanks for sticking around.
Yeah.
No hassles. Comments below.
Do the
that
thing
backwards.
with the comments.
And we'll see you next time.
Yeah.